Hey there guys, it's your good pal Wiggly, and welcome back to more Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations Blind. In the last episode, we finished up episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout, and in this episode, we're heading forward to episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout. What wild, wacky adventure are we gonna go on this time? I'm so stoked. Whoa, right into the courtroom? Okay, that's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. It wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me. The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank from that poisoned cup of coffee. No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. I saw... Poisoned cup of coffee again, huh? Are we in the past or the present? I saw someone else there. A man. He's the real killer. What? What? Come on. Why won't anyone believe me? Oh, hello. Wow, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you? Mr. Wright, what is going on? This court finds the defendant guilty. Okay, this court is adjourned. What the? Okay. January 6th, 10:03 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Ah, the start of the new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world. I bet it does, Maya. So, I've decided that our resolution should be, Zavari, take on the world. Why are you quoting him? What do you think? Sure, whatever, Maya, but I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. What the hell is mistletoe cake? Never. You've got to eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game. Hey, pal! What's up, Gumshoe? Detective Gumshoe. Happy New Year, Detective! Likewise. Now listen up, Wright. Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation. Yeah, me too. All right, pal, you got some explaining to... Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective? Maya's saving our life right now. Oh, what? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but... Yay, thanks. Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat. Hey, what about Pearlie? You haven't forgotten her present, have you? No. Yes. No. Are you doing this on purpose? Guess I'm busted. How did you like my first practical joke of the year? I love Maya so much. Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine? Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced? Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this? Are we being impersonated now? It's a report, pal, about you. Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case. Well, don't tell me you don't remember anything about it. But I don't remember anything about it. When was that issue from, anyway? December of last year, which I guess makes it last month. Which makes it old news, you mean? But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December. What is going on? So what do you think this is all about, Nick? If it wasn't you, pal, then that leaves only one possibility. No way. You don't mean... A phony Nick? This must be a Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one, too. Alright, an article from December 5th says I was trounced and my client was found guilty. So, what are you gonna do about it, pal? What do you mean, what am I going to do about it? Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of. Yeah, see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves? But I didn't do anything wrong. At least, not that I can remember. You better make this right, pal, now. And that means taking the case back to court, got it? Interesting setup. Okay. Fascinating. Sounds like we got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto. I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned. I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until next year. So you're taking the case, right? Good. I'm going to head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal? See ya, Gumshoe. Thanks for bringing this to our attention. I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. I mean, we solved some pretty high-profile stuff for celebrities, an almost completely, extinct case. DL6, I'm surprised DL6 wasn't a bigger deal in universe than it turned out to be. We were involved with, like, a serial murderer. That was, again, also, like, a huge celebrity case. It's not that surprising. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. True. I didn't think about it that way. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of a guy would do that? Okay. Interesting. Sorry, Maya. First and foremost, Charlie. How you doing, buddy? Charlie, a quite decorative plant. He's sort of a keepsake, something to remember Mia by. Sure, the office is a mess, but I never forget to water this little fella. Aw. Alright, hey Maya, what to do? So what's our first move? I guess we go down to the detention center and talk... Wait a sec, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is isn't going to be jumping at the chance to meet you, right? Hey, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me, it was a fake me that did this. I wonder if he looks exactly like you. You're phony. Shin Eoff, I mean. I hope not. Ugh. And what kind of a name for an evil double is Shin Eoff anyway? It's just reversed Phoenix. Ah, Nick, I've got it! If you're going to ask whether I've got a twin brother, the answer is no. Spoil sport. Did you notice Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or was it just me? What do you mean? I mean, he was really worked up. Like a guy who's just found out he's going to be a dad or something. Yeah, I guess he was acting kind of strange. Maybe he realized he's got strong feelings for you, Nick. Oh, man. Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Maya. No. We're friends. Rise from the ashes and the case where Maya was kidnapped. Farewell, my turnabout. He threw everything to the wind for us there. He's a great guy. Well, if he wasn't nervous because of you, then maybe it's because of our new guilty client? Perhaps. What do we got? Godot is involved, so it's good to know that Godot is once again going to be the prosecutor and not Mr. Payne, thank God. Well, I guess we can go ahead and move on. Okay, let's first go to the detention center and see if our client is here. This is so nerve-wracking waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty. Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me. Ah! Oh my god, it's Maggie Bird. Hello, how are you doing? How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? Well, I'm 100% invested. Hi! They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying. Oh my god, no. She did say she was going to be working at a restaurant in the credits of last game. That's right. Aren't you? Yes, I am. I am totally and utterly let down. Are you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie, remember? Maggie Bird. I'm so glad you came back. We're bringing back all the best characters, and also Larry. Maggie Bird. Maggie Bird. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop, too. Yeah, Dustin Prince. What a name. With the banana glove. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you a quick... Oh, sure. Very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes? Oh, no. We gotta make this right, man. You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. Oh, I see. So that's where we stand right now. I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time, and it seems like we're back in it again. But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? I like how she still salutes. At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. That's awesome. I'm glad for you, Maggie. Hey. So how come you're dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. Huh. I was fired after that incident last year. I thought you quit. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So, what do you do now? It's pretty obvious by her attire. In the second act of The Life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress. I thought I said a witness. A waitress? Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me right away, sir. And then you got into this mess straight away, right? Yeah, you could put it that way. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month, and it happened at Tribulations. Tribulations? Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included. Sounds like every restaurant ever, or at least what they claim. Oh, is it a maid cafe? There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... Why does he have a scouter? One of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim just took one sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hey, hold on there, Maggie. What? You keep calling the guy the victim. Also, I think it's interesting how it's a poisoned cup of coffee again. Didn't you know the guy who was killed? Not at all. I've never even seen the guy before. Oh. So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. So, it obviously from like the silhouettes, whoever's impersonating us is the killer and also pretended to be us to get himself off the hook, essentially. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right? Well, he seems to have a much stronger jawline than Phoenix, that's for sure. Of course, a waitress must be attentive to clientele. A good waitress must be attentive to clientele. So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come? You tell me, Mr. Wright! Guess the answer to my question is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy. Okay. So, if you saw the murderer, why were you still convicted? Because no one else saw. Saw what? The other man. The one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time. But how's that possible? I don't know. But nobody, not one person would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. Oh my god. What a pathetic defense. My granny could have done a better job. Look, that wasn't me, okay? And then, they found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket. It's the bottle of poison, isn't it? What? A small bottle of poison, yep. What? But poison? It was in your pocket? Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket when I was unconscious. Oh, and no one else saw this other guy? No, sir, that's what everyone said, but I don't see how they could have missed him. This is very interesting. I like this setup a lot. I really like how this game is really trying to innovate on like how these cases came to be, rather than just somebody was murdered, oh, client contacts us. It's literally like, number one, both of these cases are tied to the past, which is pretty cool. Like just like people, it's all connected to like the overarching story, which is pretty great. And number two, from going from a case in the past, like the way past, to a case that was originally a theft trial that turned into a murder trial, to this now, an imposter that we're getting involved in later. I really like the way we're mixing it up here. I was the one who took the coffee to the 2 men. Oh? And what was your impression of them? Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry. What? In music? How come? Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece and an emo musician's look about him. By the way, I really like this new sprite of Maggie. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a look at the CD at all? It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for their debut, I guess. So it was a band CD. Maybe a promo disc? Maybe it was MC Screwdriver. Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that? I probably would. Sounds like either like a weird indie band that does like prog rock or like some like really experimental odd shit. I would give it a look. What was the name of that group again? MC Hacksaw? No, MC... And what about the killer? What did he look like? Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man, well built like the victim, really. Okay. Interesting. What happens if we present the magazine clipping? Oh yeah, I need to ask you about this. Hey, this article's about my case! Can you tell me anything about the guy who is pretending to be me? Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits. Me? Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Hey, Maggie, was my evil double Iam here too? I would love to meet Iam. No, I don't remember a phony you, Maya. She hates burgers, man. Oh, it would have been so cool. Then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you clear to this crime. Okay. I'm gonna get you clear to this crime, you said. I can't, oh god. Okay, I get the picture. But you've met me in prison before. So how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me? I guess, looking back now, it was a little strange. Only a little? Well, okay, you were a bit taller than normal and you looked a bit shady. And your voice was a bit weird. Oh, and you had this kind of funny accent, and so this guy was nothing like me then? But he had your spiky hair and blue suit. Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me? Poor Phoenix. How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? The judge wouldn't notice. Didn't they realize he was an imposter? Everyone had these big question marks on their faces. But it seemed that no one wanted to say anything, sir. This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial? We're gonna do it, Maggie. Don't you worry. Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. So we should be able to get a retrial. Mr. Wright? Do you think we'll win next time? Sir? She's so peppy. Oh, God, I love Maggie. My life has been on a full-course meal of bad luck, complete with a defeat for a dessert. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I don't think that's the first time we've heard that. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused for murder. But I will survive, because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day. And one day, I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck. Shin Eoff is really gonna pay for this. What are you staring at me like that for? But Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out. We'll find him. Don't you worry. We'll get Shin Eoff for you. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where Tribulations is then. Right, the restaurant where the murder took place. Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure. All right, Nick, let's go check out this restaurant and its food. Okay. Well, I am 100% motivated already. Maggie's a pretty quick key to that. Let's check out her deal. Age 23, a waitress at Tribulations was found guilty of murder thanks to the phony me. Yep. Okay. Well, don't you worry, Maggie. We'll get you acquitted. There's a second blue badger now, and they're handcuffed. The pink badger. Who the fuck is that? It's been ages since we came down to the precinct, huh, Nick? Looks like Gumshoe isn't around. He's got it so easy leaving everyone else to do the work. No, he's out there somewhere. My bet is on the courthouse. He's probably trying to arrange the retrial of this case. Guess that means we should go to the detention center and chat with our killer, huh? After being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure killer is the right label. It's probably the same dude. Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute. That's the blue badger. It was my idea, made it, and that's now a national symbol of the police force. So what's the pink one? It's new, right? She's not an it, Nick. It's a she, right, Chief? Yep, meet the pink badger, of course. So one's called blue and the other's called pink, but they're both called badger? You got it. They're married. Is that what the handcuffs symbolize? Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief. You got it. That's marriage for you. Oh my god. Whoa, a mascot that's deeper than the deepest of deep oceans. Oh man. Okay, we're expanding into a franchise, huh? Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Don't you worry, Maggie. This is gaudy. Wow. This music. Who is that? Wow, look at this place. Look? More like smell. What's with the suffocating scent of flowers in here? I'm more interested in that picture over there. Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right? Actually, I'm not all that into it. No one's coming to see us. Maybe there's no one here. Yeah, she's a tomboy, Nick. Can't you tell? She loves Steel Samurai and shit. Like, don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant, and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here. Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want. Yeah, I suppose we can. Okay. Who are you? I can't even look. There's a newspaper behind the deal here. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya? Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then. I'd love to see it. There's something stuffed behind the rack. Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, and look at this. Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages. MC Bomber. And is that mask to mask there at the bottom left? MC Bomber and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. 100,000 MC Bomber. Ah ha 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 ha. There's a bomb over there and 500,000 on the right. Interesting. $100,000 maybe? I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. This paper. It's from December 3rd. Interesting. This paper's from the day of the poisoning. What? Okay. Interesting. A paper from the day of the murder. This has got to be a clue. I should see if I can find out some more about this paper. Very true. That is mask to mask down there, right? I'm pretty sure. He's got the brooch and everything, yeah. Okay. Interesting. I love that this series doesn't just forget to call back. This is really not all that interesting to you, Nick? Okay. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic? She said something. I found that sports paper behind this magazine rack earlier. I better try to find out everything I can about it. Okay, I want to see that line I missed. I look stunning in some of those Parisian frocks, huh? I have no idea what that is. Though I am very curious to see what Maya's casual fashion sense would be like if she didn't always wear her clothes. It's the restaurant's front entrance. It's a sign hanging on the door written in French. Fermé. It probably says open or closed. Must be one or the other, but I don't know which it is since I don't know Jacques about French. Look at all the little trinkets tucked away in here. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. Let's see. A bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look. Fine bone china cups. I was reading that as like fine bone china, and I'm way overthinking here. I never knew you were so cultured. Come on, Maya. This is common knowledge. Any Joe Schmo knows this much. Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money. Really, Maya? You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way. Pearl would too. Nuh-uh. Okay. Wait until she sees an ATM. Okay. So the murder scene here. This must be the table where the murder occurred. I guess so, with all this police tape around it. And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya? Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know. Then why can I picture you doing just that? I'm on Nick's side there, sorry. Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there. It just snowed for the first time this year outside where I live too, actually. Good timing. Really? Cool, I love snow, let me see. Weren't we just outside? Huh? It's not white, it's not even snowing. Got you, I was only kidding, Maya. Nick, there are lies that are okay to tell and lies that definitely aren't. All I did was tell an itty-bitty white lie about non-existent white snow. Don't fuck around with snow. Not with Maya. This restaurant has partitions to separate the tables, and there was a booth right behind. But I don't see anything suspicious about the back booth, but it's probably important somehow. When you're seated at a table, you can only see tables to your right or left. Yeah, exactly. You can't see the table behind. This table's set nicely. It just needs a customer. What do you think this flower is, Nick? Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, and it's not a sunflower. I mean, obviously, it's not a sunflower. That's not that smart of a thing to say. That's... I don't think... Duh, even I could have told you that. Exactly. Well, those are the only kinds of flowers I know. Dang nabbit, I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. We need to become one, though, for Charlie's sake. Apparently this isn't very interesting either. Huh. Okay. I guess that's it for Tribulations for now. Hey Maggie. It was MC Bomber, right? Oh, a sports paper. Let's see. Did Guts and Braun, whatever, manage to defend his heavyweight title? Sorry, Maggie, that paper is actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder. And Gutson got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. You would know. She's a tomboy. She is 100%. Oh no. I found this paper in the magazine rack at Tribulations. Really? That's strange. Tribulations doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them. Then maybe one of the customers left it behind? Anyway, what I want you to take a look at is this scribble here. Aha! That's it, sir! MC Bomber. That was the name that was written on the CD. Just as I thought. I guess it wasn't MC Screwdriver after all, huh? You're so hung up on that. So that $100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right? I'm very curious to see how that's translated. Is it 100,000 yen? Or is it like 10 million yen? In Japanese, I wonder. If someone gave me $100,000, I'd sing for sure. The Master of Kurain, or of a spirit song, or even Maya's theme. Okay, Maya. So, poor Maya. So if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim. You're right. So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder, huh? I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick? This game is so much more lighthearted than the first two. Like, all of these cases have had like a really big element of just like fun in the setup, you know? Okay. Is Gumshoe at the Criminal Affairs Department now? No, he's not. Interesting. Anything new here? No? Okay. Back to Tribulations? Okay, something's new here. January 6th, Tribulations. Oh la la! Oh. I apologize. I cannot do a French accent. Bonjour! Welcome to La Tribulations! It's so bad. You guys are gonna have to put up with it. Sorry. Oh, hello? What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. Oh! Oh! Bienvenue. Welcome to my petite restaurant. This is so fucking terrible. I'm so sorry. Huh? B Avenue? Oh no.
me petit tulip.
Huh? Me?
Look at this face, like a kitten rejected by its own mother. You are fatigued, non? Alors, you need this. An aromatic bath oil melange.
I'm so sorry.
Of La Neroy and La Rose, my personal recommendation.
This is I don't know what French people sound like. You think I need what?
Oui, just add a couple of drops of this mixture to la bathwater and voila.
Didn't we see this guy on like a poster or something in Rise from the Ashes? I think. Because like the evidence room, I know that people told me that it foreshadows a bunch of cases, and I'm pretty sure we saw this guy before. He looks familiar. I've definitely seen him before.
It will soothe your body and your mind. It is simply fantastique.
Really?
And for la monsieur.
Who? Me?
Look at that face. Like la puffy rejected by life itself. You are fatigued, no? For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil of bergamot. And maybe a hint of oui. I will add le peppermint and la credi sage for a fragrance exceptional.
Exceptional? I don't know.
Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty? Alors, if you will be seated, I will bring you la special menu of the day.
Actually, we're not here to eat. We're lawyers.
Ma bien sûr. I know this already, monsieur. You are la Phoenix Wright, non?
Yes. You know me?
My, oui. I never forget a man who flirts with me. Especially in court.
I guess he was cross-examined by our mysterious Shin Enoff. It looks like everyone who knows, everyone to do with this case knows who I am already. I wonder what sort of impression Shin Enoff's been leaving on people, don't you?
Allow me to introduce myself to you again. I am Jean Armstrong. Enchanté.
Okay. What about you, Jean Armstrong? Tribulations owner and chef, a witness in the case who is also into aromatherapy. All right. He's living his life. So what does Tribulations mean? It means very good. I know Trey, that means 3, right?
No. Tribulations is Francois.
I don't know actually how to say that. I've seen that spelled.
In English, you would say very good.
Oh, very good.
Oui, exactement. La atmosphere is très bien and la cuisine is très bien.
If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here?
My cuisine is not for all. Some people, they do not appreciate la hot cuisine.
I thought everyone liked hot cuisine.
Since I have lost Maggie and I do not have enough hands.
So you're running this place on your own now?
Oui, for le moment. No one has answered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi.
I'm gonna stammer on all of this guy's dialogue. I'm so sorry. Please don't eyeball me while you say that.
I am the chef. I am the manager. I am also a trained aromatherapist.
A roaming what?
A practitioner de aromatherapy. La art of soothing la soul with the delicate floral aromas. That is so hard to read.
Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. Okay. What happened? So could you tell me what you know about the incident?
Bien. It makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened.
Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing.
So, it was the 3rd of last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in here for coffee suddenly became ill.
Because of the poison in his coffee?
That is the truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took his drink to him. It was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair.
He was dead?
Mon Dieu! Oui, he was dead. Maggie had passed out also.
And this man who died, was he alone?
Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but...
I see.
La police, they asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table, they asked. But I am not the only one. La old man said the same thing.
Old man? Old man? What old man? So who is this old man that you mentioned?
At the time of the murder, there was another customer in here.
What? Someone else saw it?
My, we. As usual, he came alone that day. At the time of the murder, he was here. He saw it too. But he says the same things, as there was no one else at la victim's table.
But Maggie swears there were 2 people.
My, mademoiselle, la lawyer, he could not prove this, non?
About the lawyer. That was me, I suppose.
Ma bien sûr!
Wow, he's the first person who said it wasn't me.
Don't kid yourself, Nick.
Now who's the one making stuff up? Okay. You know anything about this? We found this sports paper in the magazine rack here.
One of my customers must have left it behind.
Do you have any idea which customer it was?
The only ideas I have, mademoiselle, I save for my kitchen.
Fair enough.
I am not a lawyer myself. I do not wish to speak out of turn. But your defense in court that day was a little, how do you say, lacking, perhaps? Even a Frenchman who cannot speak any English could have done a better job. You were very cool, though.
Oh, oui, so handsome. Wow, I wonder just how bad the defense could have been.
Every time you opened your mouth, the old courthouse stirred.
Oh man, that is something I don't want to imagine. That happens anyway, Phoenix. Tell us more about Maggie, maybe?
Maggie was a policewoman once. Ne sais pas?
Whatever. Yes, but she had to quit for, reasons beyond her control.
Oui, she was the suspect in the murder investigation, non?
Oh, you know about that?
That is why I gave her to la perfume. I gave to her la perfume for la happiness.
Happiness perfume?
Oui, blended from bergamot, like I have given to you before.
But she's been arrested again, and found guilty this time. I'm gonna hate cross-examining this guy, if I have to, because I'm not comprehending what he's saying half the time.
This is true. Her natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong.
Just admit it, your perfume doesn't work.
I am not surprised she was la prime suspect.
I can't read this guy's dialogue, oh my god.
After something like that took place before my very eyes.
Something like what? What's this guy talking about? Does this mean Maggie did have a motive? We've got to ask this guy for more info. Stat. Okay. What's going on? When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen?
Oui, I suppose you could say so.
So, what happened?
No, it was nothing. Nothing.
Sorry. Look, Maggie says she didn't even know the guy, but she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive.
Oui, it is true.
If there was anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant. So please, tell us anything you know. Oh, please. Come on, John. Were they... Oh. Wait a minute. I think I know what it is. Maggie hasn't lost all of her, to-be suitors, has she?
No way. What are we going to do, Nick?
We'll just have to remove...
What the...
What's wrong?
The Magatama. It's gone.
What is it? Huh?
I had it in my pocket, but it vanished into thin air.
What? But I could see the Cyclops. Maybe that means the Magatama's nearby? What? Mr. Armstrong? Could I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting. Was anyone else sitting there?
That is a question you will have to ask him yourselves.
Huh? Him?
The old man spends all of his time dans la park.
What does that mean? La park? Oh, a park? What park's that?
Behind the restaurant. It is called Vitamin Square.
Thank you. What a weird name.
Je vous implie, my dear, whatever.
Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick. Look, man, I don't know if I can keep this accent up. Oh, God. I'll do my best, but I feel just firsthand embarrassment trying to do a French accent because I nope. But it's written that way. I have to say it that way. Vitamin Square. Interesting. So this is Vitamin Square. Yeah, I see where they get the name from now. The fruits scream vitamins at you. Hey, Nick. That's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about? That grouchy-looking grandpa? He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons. Maya, he's not throwing seeds for them. He's throwing seeds at them. Oh, hello. Ugh, my grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red. Okay. You're not gonna talk to me, are you? Excuse me. Would you mind if I had a word with you? Yes. I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions.
What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So you don't like my seeds, eh, pigeons?
I don't know how to voice an old guy without it being old bag. He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's gotta hurt.
Go on, eat this.
Okay. This is gonna be the same. Excuse me, sir. Can I talk to you about Maggie Bird?
I don't know any Maggie Bird.
I guess that'll work. Yes, you do. Maggie, the waitress at Tribulations.
Ka! It's a disgrace, I tell you, an utter disgrace.
A disgrace?
An innocent young girl revealing herself like that.
What? Revealing? You mean her uniform?
The youth of today, they don't have any shame. No shame, I tell you, not 1 ounce. Whatever happened to the old Bushido values of Japan, like honor and modesty?
You're one of those people. Also, why are you... I know why you're Japanese, but if we're in California, whatever. What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing.
You? Your problem is you lack any sense of grace.
Oh, shit. Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts. Oh, boy. Do you go to Tribulations a lot?
That miserable excuse for a restaurant. That garbage they served in there's not food. Where's the sushi, the tempura, the rice?
Tribulations is a French restaurant, sir.
Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks. Where do you think we are, Tokyo?
Might as well be.
Oh, and what about those shameless girls?
You mean the waitresses? This man went into Hooters and expected a 5-star meal.
You can see all the way up to there. Yes, the waitresses. They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
Listen, it's not my restaurant.
God, it's a miserable excuse for a restaurant, that place. Miserable.
He certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going? Because he's in denial. Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just, if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir?
There you are, you filthy pigeons! You want food? Ha ha! Take that!
He must be hiding something, right? If he is, I should be able to see a psych lock or two. Oh, wait. I don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh? Remember, Nick, the Magatama is only on loan. You'd better find it or else. If Pearls ever gets wind of this, I'm going to be in a world of pain. Okay. So we need the Magatama for this guy. But where did it go? It's a rack full of fashion magazines. Looks like Mr. Armstrong doesn't get any newspapers. Well, it wouldn't exactly suit the feel of the place, would it? Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic, like in these mags, Maya? Yep, okay. Where is my Magatama? Again, it must be close by, and we know it's not out in the park now. Anything new? Anywhere? No? No. I kinda need that thing, man. Uh-oh. Under the tables? Maybe? No? Oh boy. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not gonna find it this way. Unless I'm really blind right now. Yeah, I don't think it's here. Have you seen a Magatama anywhere, sir? I can't even ask that. Okay. I guess we'll be right back. I haven't looked around this place. Job listings. Ooh, there's a magazine here. It's a magazine full of job listings. You disgusting rogue, picking up something someone else threw away. Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job?
Ha! That's none of your business.
Sorry, I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then.
I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back.
Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up. We're still early, but this guy, for some reason, I find him to be a much less annoying old person than Old Bag so far. Though I didn't really hate Old Bag from the start. It grew, so maybe this guy will be in the same boat. Job listings, pick up from a bench in Vitamin Square, thrown away by the old man.
Hey, that's mine!
Okay. Picked up from a bench. Okay, I can't read it or anything though. Just job listings. Okay. I guess this is just to prove that old man was here before. Looking at this orange reminds me of what? That you're supposed to eat a lot of them to ward off colds in the winter. You can't have fun during the holidays if you're sick in bed, you know. You don't have to tell me twice. Was Nick sick in bed during the holidays? Am I forgetting something? Oh, he used to, that's right. He used to take Coldex, or whatever it was called. Hey, look, pigeons! Yeah, and heaps of them, too. Did you know that pigeons are a symbol of peace? That's a dove, not a pigeon. Pigeons are just nuisances. They're everywhere. Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're gray? Is that it? You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Maya. Get off Twitter. I used to love sandboxes just like you wouldn't believe. Really? You? Sure. Finding iron filings in the sand with a magnet was my favorite thing to do. There it is. Iron filings? Wow, that's too exciting for words. Phoenix, you're really into potpourri and stuff. It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. I was such a kid back then. So, did you manage to get all the iron? No, I never did. I think I came close though. Come to think of it, I still have all the iron filings I found way back then. You want them? No. Okay. What a weird tidbit about Maya. Banana. This place is so fruity, I'll say. I think it's right next to an even fruitier place. That's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites. Basic, but a good pick. Then that apple slide is perfect for you. And what is so perfect about it? Oh, come on, don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. Go on. Woo! Perfect apples. If you know, you know. No way. I get covered in sand if I slid down that slide. Anyone can see that. Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try, too. You're not just gonna give it a try anyway? And that's all that's going on around here, huh? This song is very odd. Okay. Let's try presenting some stuff to him. The magazine. Excuse me, sir. Could I just ask you about this? Sir?
Here you go, boy! How does some pigeon feed sound to you?
This wasn't exactly what I was hoping to get out of this guy. Okay. Nope. Okay. Nope. Okay. I'm an attorney? No? Okay. Do you know anything about Maggie? Nope. Okay. Do you know anything about Jean? No. What do you think of Maya? No? Okay. Sounds good. I guess we'll... Tell us about yourself.
It is hard to imagine, I know, but I was an apprentice for 5 years in La Gay, Paris.
Wow, in Paris?
It was something like the chefs there said to me that made me decide to open my own restaurant.
What was it?
That awful man said to me, "You must train for another 10 years. Oh, it was such a shock, so unexpected, but you would have been a fool to do this, non?
Okay. What do you think of Maya?
Oh la la, you have such a pretty smile, my petite tulip.
Who, me?
Oui, the smile is the most important thing for us girls, n'est-ce pas?
I see. I see. Sure.
If you want a job here, it is yours, precious.
Okay. Godot. About this.
Félicitations, ma second...
Whatever.
Je ne comprehend. Je m'appelle Croissant.
Nick, don't just make something up. Fair enough. Okay. Nothing here either, huh? And I don't... Okay, I need to find out what... Okay. I was trying to check what the prompt was, but I remembered that I don't have the Magatama, and that's why I didn't in the first place.
Perhaps Maggie had another reason.
What's Maggie's motive got to do with this, Chef? Why is he hiding things from me? And another thing. Where did I drop the Magatama? The fact that I can see the lock must mean it's nearby. I only loaned it to you, you know. You better find it, Nick, okay? And here I thought it was mine to keep. Where is it? I need that thing, man. What the heck? Is it like... Is it a situation where it's like, oh, you've checked the area before, but just because you checked it before doesn't mean there's not something new there? Am I gonna have to check everything? Is it in the cash register? No. Not in the magazine rack. We already checked that. Is it in the potpourri? I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. Yep. All that. Okay. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere with that. What do you know about this magazine?
Mademoiselle,
Yes?
are you looking for a job?
What? No, I was just...
Let me see. Your style is un peu different, but you have a good face.
Different?
Felicitations.
You have passed.
I will hire you. Bien, come with me. I will teach you everything I know. Nick, help!
I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both. Maya's gone right now. Okay. Oh, and now this has something new. Rack full of fashion magazines, they're all in French. All the clothes in these are absolutely atrocious. Some of them have been circled in red. I really hope Mr. Armstrong is not thinking of buying those. Hey, let him live his life, man. There's a bunch of little trinkets on a shelf by the door. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. It's really tight behind the cash register counter. Can Mr. Armstrong even get in there? And if he got in, could he get out again? A fair question, I suppose. Mr. Armstrong must be a pretty big neat freak. He's already got this table ready to go. Now, if only the food in this place was edible. This must be the table where the poisoning occurred. The stain tells the story well. The whole area is still cordoned off with police tape. I guess it must still be under investigation. Okay. It looks pretty cold out there on the streets. Peaceful, though. It's nice that people can take it easy after the holiday rush. Okay. I'm not seeing anything new, and, Maya's gone. So, well, sorry, Maya, I'll see you later, I guess. Why did I just go back here? How am I already stuck? How is this already happening? Looks like they have Maggie in questioning. I guess I've asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later. Okay. Anything new over here? Ah, okay.
Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? The one that's gonna find her innocent?
No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation.
Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal.
Gumshoe's really fired up about this.
Oh yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved. Court's sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Godot's gonna be the prosecutor, of course.
Oh, him.
Now listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again...
Yes? I'll make sure you get locked up good for it, got it? You like her. 100%. So the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh? Yeah. Back when she was on the police force. You were her mentor when she was a rookie, right? Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know. Hey, what's with the funny looks, pal? I was just hurt. I wasn't anything like... Look, sure I was her boss when she was doing her training, but that was it. Nothing happened. Gumshoe sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. Ah, so that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little old crush on Maggie. I don't like her or anything. I was... Ah! Note to self, gossip with Maya about this later. Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You gotta keep it a secret, got it? Sure. And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time? Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. And you have to be blind not to see what's on your mind. Phoenix has a terrible poker face. That's how that's explained away. Tell us about Maggie, my man. Wait, what's the age gap? 32, 23. Kinda odd. Not the weirdest thing ever, though. Have you gone to see Maggie? Of course I have. But I wasn't much good at consoling her. I'm not very good with words. Oh. Yeah, I guess I must have looked a bit down. Maggie was really supportive of me. It was great to have someone to talk to. Did he go for her or for himself? Interesting. So, I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim? Glenn Elg. Glenn Elg? If it's a pun, I don't get it. I guess it's a palindrome. There's that. He was a computer programmer. I see. A programmer. Then what's up with this band CD? And I love that he has a scouter. He was just a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal. Yeah, Maggie also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often? Not according to the chef, said it was the first time he'd seen the guy. A programmer, and a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in her trial. You're kidding. What was her supposed motive? Sorry, pal, I'm real busy. I haven't even gotten enough time to sift through these papers. Look into it yourself, okay? God, what is this? What could this motive have been? It's probably that the dude thought that he was dating her or something because he came to the maid cafe. Just like the police thing. This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself. Oh, that's right. The judge already ruled on the case, and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony. Yeah, doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird's no liar, I know that. She's... Okay, so she's a bit out there and a bit off base sometimes. But she was a good cop. That's not exactly complimentary, you know. So what do you think really happened? And just how contradictory is her testimony? The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim. Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone, even the chef. And then there's that CD. CD? Oh, yeah, she did mention something about a CD. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD. What? Not on the table, not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal. But didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece, too? Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie. A radio? He didn't have a CD player? You got it. You're phony. Never explained that contradiction at all. Come to think of it, the owner of Tribulations didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. Is MC Bomber his band? Is he handing it out to, like, the customers or something? And who drew Mass to Mass down there? And why? Okay. What do you know about this? What's that? A sports paper? Yeah, I found it in the magazine rack at Tribulations. It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here. And take a look at this. Sorry, and take a look at this. See this writing here? MC Bomber. Hey! What is it? I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber. Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once. Come on, Phoenix, that's rude. Ah, it's no good, I can't remember. And he goes back to being the gumshoe we all know and love. Hey, pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwriting analysis done on this scribble. Good idea. Handwriting, huh? It'd be good to know more about that in any case. Thanks, pal. I bet this will turn out to be an interesting clue. I love the cases where we're more working with Gumshoe than against. We're never really working like that hard against him usually, but it's nice whenever this kind of thing happens. I wasn't at the trial myself, but I asked this one detective, I know how your defense was. That's a weirdly written sentence. I think it needs a comma. And what did he say? This one detective, I know how your defense was, I see. He started off by saying, I'm at a complete loss for words. But he must have found some quick, because he went on about how bad you were for an hour. But he said you sucked so much, it seemed like you were trying to get Maggie found guilty. It looked like I was trying to get Maggie found guilty. Exactly. What do you make of this? Sorry, pal, all I can think about is Maggie at the moment. No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant... You don't have to explain, really. Okay, well, I think that is a good bit of setup for the first episode of Recipe for Turnabout. Thank you all for watching this episode of Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations Blind. I've been Guildmaster Wiggly. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. If you're new, consider subscribing. If you want to follow my socials or join my Discord, they're in the description. And I hope to see you all next time when we hopefully find our damn Magatama, man.